We've done this before. In season 1 of Debate Arena, we focus on sports, a topic that brings together many Ghanaian youth. But as we draw closer to the December general elections, the future of Ghana hangs in the balance. And it's been said that the voices that would matter the most would be the young, vibrant, and passionate Ghanaians who would cast their votes. So this season of Debate Arena, we are bringing together courageous and informed youth to debate the critical issues that will define Ghana's next chapter. Now, our debaters aren't just arguing for points. They are fighting for their affiliated parties, and they will try to tell you why you should vote for those respective parties. This season, it's more than just a debate. It's a call to action. It's a reminder that you have the power to determine Ghana's next leader and shape its destiny. Join the conversation, engage with the issues, and make your voice heard on social with the hashtag DebateArenaPE.
So, Sammy, what's up? Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes.
Yeah, so what's up? How is it? How's it been? I think your government is treating you well.
Everything is going on well. And then, as you know, looking at the way you are dressed, it tells a lot.
Yeah, I'm prepared.
Dressing
to prepare for power.
Oh, yes. You are preparing for power.
Yes.
And we are also preparing to keep it.
Anyway. Yeah, so we are here today. We are coming to talk about the ills of your government in regards to agriculture. I believe you know you guys have not done a bit better in terms of agriculture. I mean, every sector did bad under your government, but we are here to talk about agriculture today. Maybe next time we'll talk about finance.
Well, you can choose to call the government any name you like, but listening to town, listening to what people are saying, I believe that we've performed far better than how you are rating us. But well, today we are on a break as usual, and then we have a lot to talk about concerning our break and then the performance of this government. So I disagree with you in certain terms. If you say that things are not going on well and that the government is not performing. So I throw it back to you.
Sure.
Your reasons why you are saying that the government is not doing well.
Poor policies by successive governments have hindered agricultural processing, resulting in raw material waste and lost jobs. Do you agree or disagree?
All right. So I think that generally the harvesting or putting both parties together into one basket to feel that NDC, NPP, or every political party, largely when you're talking about the political landscape in Ghana, we mean the NDC and the NPP because for the past 32 years, they have been at the helm of affairs. And then when anything comes like that, we talk about them. But to say that both parties have inefficient policies that do not address the export of raw materials and other things, I think that would be very unfair to the NDC as a party because they've rolled out several programs and several policies that looked to give better this thing. But of course, MPP would have their say because definitely they have not done anything or they have not added anything so significant to the agriculture or the agriculture sector. Now, when you look at how these things can be done, to say that you want to have a government or a policy that will influence production and raw material, you may want to look at industrialization and value addition. So when you talk about industrialization and value addition, Sam, about the NDC SADA program, the Savannah Accelerated Development Authority program, that brought about having accelerated development to promote sustainable economic development in the northern part of Ghana. That brought about the initiative of establishing agro-processing industries. And also, NDC as a party, in the past, we looking at the industrialization and value addition, came about the Commander Sugar Factory. So these are some of the incentives and some certain things that a government does to cushion some of these things. And of course, export-led or export-oriented policies under the NDC. So you realize that NDC laid a groundwork to export-led production. So back in from 20 2012 or back to from 2008 all the way to 2016, there have been several innovations and then introduction of policies by the NDC. Look at the SADA program, the sugar factory, the Commander Sugar Factory, and many other things. Now, when we are looking at that too, agriculture is not just about these policies. We may want to look at the infrastructure development as well, as I said earlier. So NDC did a lot of energy sector investment. Of course, you know about the doomsaw that plugged the country. Doomsaw has been an issue that has been with this country since 1980 something. And you remember that during your government, during President John Ajay Kufuor's government, he had to send some pastors to Akosombo Dam to go and pray for the dam to be full so that we can get water to power energy. So the issue has always been wound dressing by subsequent governments. But you know, when NDC came, when Mahama came, he said, no, this time around, I'm not dressing wounds. I'm coming to solve the problem once and for all. And you saw the investment that he did into the solving of the doomsaw that we had. And before your government came to power in 2016, doomsaw totally was off. Now you know about the expansion, the NDC's expansion of the Akosombo Dam and the projects like Bui Dam also. We expanded the thermal energy and production to address the energy shortfall that was hindering industrial growth. So you see some of these things, and we did road and railway infrastructure. So, you know, when productions are made in these hinterlands and in all the villages, they need to be transported to the cities. Now, you know, NDC did a lot of roads and railway infrastructure, which we can't say same for the MPP. The N1 highway, that is a George Bush highway. You know that I believe that you use that road very, very, very much. So in doing all these things, NDC as a party from 2008 to 2016 also supported local industries. So that is my problem when the topic is that both parties or politicians or generally policies or subsequent governments do not help in some of these things, because NDC as a party took it upon themselves, knowing that we need to own what we grow and we grow what we own. We did everything that was in our capacity as a party to make sure that the country moved forward, because we wanted to be a production-led country. So when your vice president, during the times of being a running mate, was saying that we will move the country from taxation to production, we are already doing production. We are already production-minded. But when he came, he took us back. He cancelled every form of production, and it was being taxation over taxation, tax upon tax, tax upon tax. So you know some of these things. So NDC as a party supported the local policies, and you know, they did some business development. You know, when you talk about Maslock, it's an NDC project. When you talk about Ghana investment promotion sector, you know about the Maslock and many other things. And you saw the help that these things brought. And some of these fruits are still there that the NPP as a party is reaping. So Maslock is still there, GIPC is there, and then they are helping, and then they are supporting the government. The agriculture and agro-processing industry is also there. So you know about the Youth in Agriculture program, what NDC did to provide opportunities for youth to develop in agriculture, cultivation of crops like cocoa, cashew, palm oil, and many other things. So these are certain things that NDC did. We talk about the cocoa sector development too. NDC did something in that, and much more about the things that we have done. That some of them are still there for you government to reap, and some of them that you've collapsed, and some of them that you mismanage, or those that you don't have the technical know-how to manage. These are the things we are talking about. We are talking about the cocoa processing company and many other things. Now, more importantly, we want to look at the education sector of it, because when you are doing all these things, you need to educate the people to get to understand. So you know about TVET. Sam, you know about TVET, and you know how NDC brought TVET and how it has been there, and you guys are looking at it. Now, expansion of access to education, you know, the quota system, where there was a cap on universities and many other technical universities and colleges of education, even the colleges of agriculture. I know about Ohawu Agriculture College, and all these things are places that NDC decapped them. There was no quota system that everybody could go. But your government came, promised and lied to the people about what? About allowances, and then they had to close down the number of students that they can take at a point. And so that also brought about what? Decline in education in terms of every other thing. So during the past administration, NDC laid a very great foundation. So it was just that we should continue from where we are. And you see, everybody say that Ghana as a country, we lack much in maintenance culture. And I think that is very synonymous to the MPP party. because when a party is doing something and you come, you don't want to do it. The foundations that JM and his administration, all the way from Professor Mills and JM, what they have done so far from 2006 to from 2008 to 2016, if you guys would have continued, Ghana would have been a production-led country, even in the whole of the West Africa as of now. But your government was not able to do it. That is why we are praying. We are hoping that when we come, there are equally good things that we will do to capitalize on the past and make it better.
So yes, Don, I really listened to you hammering on certain things, and then I don't think it's fair if you take some of the policies that this government have implemented and the things that they are working on, you take it as yours. You've not been fair. It is a very extreme hypocrisy that you've exhibited this afternoon. But going forward, I would like to say a very good afternoon to the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and then also thank him for the indelible legacy that he is leaving behind. I also like to say a very good afternoon to the incoming President of Ghana, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. He is taking over. You can call him Mr. Digital. It's accepted because of him, Ghana is on the path of digitization. We are upgrading to a next level. We are not resetting, because even done on your phone, if you dare press reset, you lose everything, including your wife's contact. So this time around, we are upgrading to meet the world or the international standard. Not forgetting my incoming MP, Akosia Isamen Kuzi, the incoming MP of Adenta, a woman whose leadership and commitment to the welfare of Adenta and then the development of Adenta is so extreme. I say a very good afternoon to her. She has done so much. Now, everywhere you pass, people mention her name in Adenta. She's the one we are going for, number one on the ballot. My brother Don, as you were speaking, you made mention of free SHS, TVET, even the STEM, and then talking about the current dollar to CD, where the dollar and CD have gotten to, and then exchange rates. That's what you mentioned. But I would like to correct you there before quickly we come to the agriculture. The reason why we are here is to talk about agriculture, but let me take you through certain things quickly, because you don't understand and you might even confuse people who are watching you. When we talk about the exchange rates, when we took over from you, right, it was at 3, isn't it? Yes. So when you put out the macroeconomic indicators, it tells you clearly that, yes, Kufuor left the dollar to CD with you at a rate of 1 CD to $1, right? And then you also brought it to 3 CD. But talking about that, I would like to hammer a bit on the inflation rate. The inflation rate that we took from you was at 23%. Okay? Before you took it to the 23%, it was at 8%. And then you brought it to 23%. Yes, MPP took over from you. That is Mr. Mahama, your candidate. And then due to the economic hiccups and all these crunches in the system, the Ukraine-Russia war. Oh. Yes, I'll mention Ukraine-Russia war because recently we saw Donald Trump and then Biden.
Add COVID.
Debate. Yes, COVID is part. Debating on issues. And then Donald Trump and Biden made it clear that because of the impact of this Ukraine-Russia war, America is facing some economic turmoil. So Americans should understand that the system is a bit hard, but they are bringing it back to, bearable points. So we took over from you at 23%. And then because of these crunches, it was brought to 52%. Okay. But currently, from 2023 to 2024, we've been able to bring it down again to 15%. Are we not doing well? Is it not something that you should clap for the government on? Done. Talking about cocoa, you made mention of cocoa. Looking at the producer price index, I would like to bring you quickly there. I'll come to that. Cocoa is part of agri. Cocoa, we have all done well, but we are looking at who has played an impactful role in terms of cocoa and with the farmers. Now, from what I have here done, which you also know, it is clear that cocoa production was boosted during the regime of our Nana Akufo-Addo and incoming President Dr. Bawumia government. Today, the cocoa pricing that we have on the market, I'll mention yours and then we compare it to what Nana Addo has also done. The world market price per ton of cocoa is $10,000 per ton. Today, that is under Nana Akufo-Addo, but under Mahama, it is 2,950. You can check on your mobile phone. Now, when you take 16 bags of cocoa under Nana Addo, it is 130,000 Ghana cedis as compared to 2016-2017, 11,505. That is 16 bags of cocoa. Today, with all these things, fertilizer and farm chemicalizations are being given for free under Nana Akufo-Addo. Farmers share per bag when cocoa is sold. It is 2,070. But under your government, it was 475 Ghana cedis. Just that. So if we talk about cocoa and today you are championing it as if Tete Kwashi, who even brought cocoa, didn't do well, then I beg to differ. Cocoa is doing well. The market is booming. The farmers are happy that yes, there are some revisions in the system, and then because of that, they are getting the required amounts that they need when they produce the cocoa. They are getting it from this Akufo-Addo government. Talking about free SHS. Today, I'm even surprised that you are mentioning
Charlie, who is talking about free SHS?
You mentioned it and I wrote it down. So once you've mentioned TVET, I have to bring in free SHS. You mentioned TVET. You are saying that TVET was already there under your government. But I want you to know that in 2017, when it was implemented, today, technical and vocational education training has done so marvelously well. About 500,000 students are benefiting from TVET. You see, when you are mentioning the indicators, let's look at the scorecard system. Because you can't just talk to us and say, you brought TVET. Yes, TVET was there. TVET was there. When people are learning welding, people are learning fabrication, carpentry, and code, they are all under TVET. You get it? But we are looking at the scorecard system. Who has done what with the TVET? Today, almost 500,000 students are benefiting from TVET free of charge. Today, when we talk about agriculture, MPP has done marvelously well. When we talk about agriculture, we look at things like planting for food and jobs, which was launched in 2017. Now, this planting for food and jobs was to boost the food production and create jobs by providing farmers with subsidized seedlings, fertilizers, and then extension services. We talk about rearing for food and jobs. We look at one district, one factory, and then agricultural mechanization. We are all in Ghana here when your government in 1999, I stand to be corrected though, but it's 1999 from the records, sold the Ghana Agriculture Implementation Service Center, free bonto to whoever that person was to him. He sold it to him free bonto. And then today, when Nana Addo Bawumia assumed office, right from 2020, they brought back the agriculture mechanization unit. And today it's in operation up there in Yendi. Now, the impact of MPP in agri policies. We've increased the food production. We've employed a lot of people into agri concerning planting for food and jobs. Yes. And then when we look at rearing for food and jobs too, we've done a lot of that. We've reduced food importation, and then we are rather now exporting food to neighboring countries. We talk about improved farmer incomes. Now, agriculture covers almost 13 to 23% of Ghana's GDP. But as MPP took over, MPP has done almost 15 to 18% of that. And today, agriculture is so strong that everywhere you pass, food prices have gone down, food are in excess, and then people can access food. Not only
how much did they say
traders.
Kenkey in the area?
You see, when we talk about development of a country, my brother, it's not only about food. That's the problem.
You just said that food is now cheap.
Yes,
because food is flowing like manna.
But you see, the motive behind your question is all about food. Eduane is saying how much is Kenkey. We are talking about agriculture implementation and how it has helped the country.
So if it has helped us, how much is Kenkey now?
Yes, Kenkey today. If you look at the inflation,
Kenkey in your area, not my area.
I'm coming. Kenkey is the same price everywhere.
So how much is it?
There's no way you buy a different Kenkey
Are they selling it 2 cedis at your
price,
place?
and then I also get it.
How much is it?
But what we are saying is that when you look at the economy
Kenkey
today,
is 7 cedis.
when we look at the economy today, okay, and the inflation rates, you compare yours and then you compare the NPP's inflation rate. Who is doing what?
I will do a little intellectual exercise with you right now.
And who is doing better? That is what we are looking at.
Can we do this? When dollar was 1 cedi, 4 cedis to $1, 4 cedis to $1, right? And now dollar is almost 70 cedis to $1. Which of these scenarios do you think is the best?
Yes, like I said, you see, all you know is food. But you see,
but I'm not asking you dollar. I'm not talking about food. I'm saying that now. 8 years ago.
Where was the dollar when you took it from?
How much was dollar?
President Kufuor.
Dollar was 1 cedi when you took it from President Kufuor. But even if you even want us to have that conversation,
yes,
dollar was almost. Let get to know that President Kufuor, when he came to power, he changed that was the redenomination. So even the 1 cedi at that time was 10,000. You know that. So the inflation or taking dollar, you see, if Kufuor didn't change the currency, Akufo-Addo would have changed it now because of the inabilities to stabilize the cedi. When he was changing the dollar, when you were doing the redenomination in 2007, don't forget that 1 cedi at that time was 10,000 cedis. So even that means that we are getting dollar and Akufo at 10,000. And we NDC, when we took it and it was 1 cedi, it was 2 cedis to $1. And after 8 years, it was what? 4 cedis. Let's say that there was just 100% increment to it. Now from 4 cedis to 17 cedis. Do you know what is that? Over 400% increment just in 4 years. When you have someone that has been touted as economic whiskey, you see, there are several things that you were supposed to talk about under MPP because they had flagship projects that were supposed to address agriculture. But you didn't tackle them because you know that they have done abysmally about some of these things. When you talk about planting for food and job, you know that nothing happened. We had over the years, for the past 6 years, we have been crying for post-harvest losses. When we don't have places, we don't have industries, we don't have factories to process the food that they harvest at the end of the day. When you talk about 1 district, 1 factory, how many of these factories are being implemented?
And
when you go to Casa de Ropa, when you go to many, you see, hold on, no. Let me tell you this.
Today we are
let me tell you that
factories under this government.
Mention 5 factories. Mention 5 factories that the 1 district, 1 factory. How many factories are in your district? Where is the $1 million $1 to every constituency? Where is the 1 village, 1 dam, which is supposed to boost agriculture? No, you know that.
President Rawlings sold 300 factories.
You will heckle me because you don't want the people to know what the fact.
Go and ask Black.
We are talking about movie center when you're talking about agriculture. My brother, are you serious?
We are talking about
agriculture, how governments help in agriculture, and you are talking about moving industry.
Yes, it is part of the discussion.
Are you joking?
We are talking about industry that
are you being serious right now?
Today,
I'm saying
300 industries. I'm coming. Hold on.
So mention 5.
If that 300
mention 5 industries out of the 5 after about 300.
If that 300 industries were there, won't we be having 600 industries now?
Mention 5 of the 1 district, 1 factory. Mention 5.
Those companies
mention
are churches.
5. Just
those
mention
warehouses
5.
Are churches
mention
for
5.
People who don't even know how to manage
mention
it.
5
and
industries.
You are telling me
that's NPP.
Mention 2 of yours.
Oh, I said
is it about Commander?
Oh, I mentioned Commander Sugar Factory. I mentioned the SADA project. I mentioned a lot. And I'm saying that your 1 district, 1 factory.
You know very well that under 1 district, 1 factory, we are having about 300 factories in the system.
Mention 5 of them. Mention 5 of these 300. Mention 5 of the 300 industries. Mention 5 industries that's out of the 1 district, 1 factory. You see,
so
1 district, 1
let's
one factory,
move on.
one village, one dam.
Yes.
These are key things that could help boost agriculture
Yes,
in
and
the
he's
country.
doing. And
Hold
he's
on,
doing.
hold on.
And he's doing.
One village.
What did
one,
listen,
my brother,
me
can
who
you
implemented one
you
district,
implemented
one,
what?
Yes.
Do you know the number of
Me
factories
who
that they
implemented one
co-opted
district,
into
one
that
factory.
and asked them
And
to
you
give
who
money?
didn't bring anything. Who should
So
you,
mention
who should,
5 factories.
Who should Ghanaians
mention
vote
5,
for?
one district, one
Who
factory.
should Ghanaians vote for?
Mention 5.
Today, Baumia is
You
saying
said you
that
have had
today,
you had
Baumia
500.
is saying that
I can tell
he
you.
is also
I can,
going to give
my brother.
a
I can
boost
give
to
you. I can give you. I can
implementation
give you a
of farm
plethora
machineries.
of projects that Mahama did.
So
I can mention a lot. If you go to
Mention
every
10.
sector, I will mention something for you.
Mention
I can
10.
tell you about the e-blocks. I can talk to you about
e-blocks?
banks.
The
I can
e-blocks
talk
that
to you
you
about the
built only
hospital.
The e-blocks that you built
Are you
only
joking?
And you lied to
I
Ghanaians
will
that
tell you
built
how
everything.
Mahama solved
Listen,
Dumso. I will
today,
tell you how
when
we did
talk
the SADA
about free
project.
SHS,
I'm telling
today
you how.
You are saying that we are
everything.
talking about
now.
Yes, I have to mention free SHS because you yourself and your president.
you see,
you've accepted that free SHS has come.
The-
and today, Mahama
the-
is saying that he's come to do.
You see, there is this intellectual dishonesty
Listen.
about NPP.
Listen,
Let me
what's
tell
that?
you what it's about.
What's that?
Every problem or everything that has ever happened in Ghana. Can you let me land? Can you let me land? Can you let me land?
This government
Would you want to
say
keep
that
quiet?
It's not feasible.
You may want to
Today,
keep quiet.
free
You
SHS
may
is
want me
feasible.
to land. You
And
want me to land.
Your vice is saying
Sammy,
that
you may
your
want me
running
to
mate is
land.
saying that.
Sammy, you may want me to
They
land.
brought free SHS.
Let me
and
just tell
therefore
you.
Ghanaians should vote for them.
No, you
If
are talking
free
about
SHS didn't
you are
help the
talking about
system,
free SHS. Let me tell you about
If
it.
free SHS didn't help the system,
you
would she
see,
be taking
you
ownership
see,
of that?
free
Today,
SHS.
you mentioned a Kufuado, and
Let
what
me
they can remember
tell you
him
the problem
of
you
is
have
that
with free SHS.
he brought free
In as
SHS.
much as free
What did
SHS
Mahama
was
bring?
implemented poorly,
Dumso
students
and
go to
corruption?
school. Oh,
Don't go there. I
Mahama
don't want to go
Mahama
there.
captured
Who?
Dumso in his bag and brought it to Ghana.
Let me give you.
That's why
Let me give you the statistics
during the
under
times of
Dumso.
Kufuor, Mahama was
Let me
there.
give you the statistics under Dumso.
No, we are
And
not
then
talking
I'll
about
also
Dumso. We
take
are
you to
talking about agriculture. We are
Yes.
looking at how
If your
government
roads are not
supported in
good,
agriculture.
If your roads are not good, can agriculture boom?
So mention the roads that you've
Yes, you said in your manifesto.
Why is the one
in your
district, one
manifesto,
dam?
In your sona.
Why is the
in
1
your
million
sona,
one constituency?
In your sona, you made
My
mention
brother,
that
let's
Ghanaians.
talk about your
No, I have to refer
contribution to
you.
agriculture.
I have to refer you.
What is
in your
Sona doing here? What is
in your
everything?
Sona,
What is
Mahama
free
made
SHS
it
doing
clear
here?
that he
Now,
has finished
every problem we have in
400
Ghana,
roads
every
in
problem we
Ghana.
have in Ghana is solved by free SHS.
No.
Even Jordan Ayew or even Asamoah Gyan losing or
Stop
missing that
playing-
penalty
stop-
in 2020,
stop-
2010
stop-
is solved
stop
because we have free
playing games.
SHS. We shouldn't
Stop
complain
playing
about
games
it.
with that.
Sammy, one thing that you should be very particular about is that when the economy is not well managed, it affects agriculture. You see, the cost of the CD to dollar is also one key indicator as to the number of how people import, the level of exportation and importation. Economy is also a factor to it. When our currency is weak, you realize that depreciation of the Ghanaian CD. I'm saying that. Oh, my brother.
Because you are talking about Greek, and you are talking about inflation rates and co. Even that.
I'm telling you that. See,
how is your performance?
A weak currency prevents farmers from importation. You know, we don't produce fertilizer and many other things here. We need to import them. And you realize that many other things that the farm inputs that the farmers buy, if the currency is weak, we are not able to get enough money. We are not able to meet the standard to even get money to do that. And I'm saying that your government has contributed significantly to what? The shortfall of the agri sector. Many other sectors all under the government have collapsed, but key among them is the agri sector and the finance sector. But today we are talking about agriculture, and I'm telling you that, see, the currency has become weak under the economic whiskey. Someone who has been touted as the economic messiah, who said he will come and do this and do that and do that. But what do we see? We find ourselves in a situation that we need to buy dollar at almost 17 cedis. And this man has been quiet about it. Everything that he says now is about digitalization. He has been seen somewhere, somehow, organizing lectures, giving 170 questions, and all these things have come to this. Now, let you know that even the level of unemployment, because of our agri sector, unemployment has also contributed to it. Well, how does unemployment create today? High unemployment rate because despite the promises by the NPP government, we have struggled to create sustainable jobs, especially for the youth. So the delay in operation and factories, and see, the one district, one factory, how the youth absorb that concept is the fact that every village or every district would have a factory, that there will be a level of employment. But when you talk about employment, NPP does not want to listen to employment. Even the one that they tried, NAPCO, they collapsed it, left the people wondering. And I believe you are also a beneficiary of NAPCO, and now you are redundant. You don't have anything to do. You see, many of these things that the party or your government intends to do. No, because I'm giving you facts. What do you have to say about it?
All right.
The issue is that your government failed in implementing everything that they do. One district, one factory. We don't have any of these factories operating. I know about companies that were already operating before your government came to power. They went to these people, asked them that they should give them They will give them some tax waivers, so for them to incorporate them under the one district, one factory. Many of them disagreed and feel that were aligned to your party, bought the idea, and then they are in there. But when you talk about the one district, one dam, this is one key point that can boost agriculture. One district, one dam. Having dam in every constituency to boost agriculture. I have about 3 dams in my constituency, in Akachi South constituency. That's my MP drilled with in the during the reign of John Dramani Mahama, President John Dramani Mahama, and my MP, Honorable Bernard Anhia, for dredge some dams there. And these dams are helping boost agriculture in my constituency. If your government, the MPP, as they promised, could deliver these dams across Ghana, even the 1 million one constituency each year, if they're even able to do that, it would have helped the agriculture sector. But all these things are great. All these things are good. It gave the Ghanaian people a very in-depth analysis about your policy and what the MPP is about. You see, growing up, we heard about MPP and we think that MPP is just is a magic party and all that. But God gave us the opportunity to experience MPP, and we know how shallow their policies are, how they are very reckless, and how they are not very useful at whatever they do. That's why NDC is coming back on the 7th of December. We are voting for John Dramani Mahama to implement some of these things. And you know many wonderful things that will be coming. You know the boost in agriculture that NPP is bringing. Even the Women's Development Bank is supposed to come in and help the women to support them in the agri sector and many other things. So you can say a lot of things to say that your party has done this. But the problem I have with you from your beginning is that what? The dollar, which was $1 to 4 cedis in Ghana during John Dramani Mahama's time, under your government is 70 cedis. But it is better because of the micromanagement. I wonder if you go to buy Kenkey with the microeconomy or microeconomic indicators. So I know that in your community, when you go, I believe where you stay, you buy with what? Microeconomic indicators. So I can also come there and buy with microeconomic indicators. You see, you can say that Ukraine and Russia-Ukraine war or COVID also did this. When you read IMF reports from 2017-2018,
don't go there.
They gave us a report, a litany of reasons that Ghana was already heading the wrong way because of your mismanagement, how the president was using our money to take plane and bath in the sky, how he was using money to go and dig a very big hole around the ridge. When someone took money to build Ridge Hospital, you took money to go and what? To dig a hole there. MPP collapsed the cocoa sector. That's one thing that you have to know. And one key thing that your government has consistently done over the years to make sure that our economy has to go down, or our Greek sector is falling, is one great thing. Their neglect to Galamsey. How they have kept quiet over Galamsey. How our lands have been destroyed. How people are selling out their cocoa farms for the little money that they will get from government apparatchiks for them to sell their cocoa lands for them. The Professor Frimpont's report came, and we know how MPP from the presidency, even from the office of Baumia and many other people are well investing in Galamsey. All our water bodies are destroyed. Water bodies that will give us fish, so we get us fish to eat. The lands that will give us crops to harvest and many other things. You people have collapsed it. You see, so you can answer all these things with free SHS as you have started already. But the fact is that your government, the MPP, did wrong, did nothing right. They did abysmally very terrible in terms of agriculture and many other sectors of the Ghanaian economy.
Bro, you said a whole lot of things
which are right,
which is not true. And you see, NDC, I like the way you guys plagiarize things and then fictitiously create or
but who is known for plagiarism? Your president, the first day he was ushered into government, he plagiarized a speech.
Allow me, I'm talking to Ghanaians.
You are talking about plagiarism.
Allow me to talk to Ghanaians.
My brother.
What I'm saying is that for NDC, we know as part of their DNA that when it comes to plagiarizing issues, fictitiously,
I know that many people are there, they don't know what plagiarism is until Nana Akufo-Addo became president. That's when we get to hear that there's something called plagiarism because he's a notorious person in that field.
How can you call your president notorious? You see, recently
what does it mean?
Your president,
notorious
your government,
on the field just shows how you show industry on that
calling
field.
someone etokesie, a president calling someone etokesie.
Can you face me? Can you leave my hammer and talk to me?
I'm talking to Ghanaians. I'm not talking to you.
I'm saying that the president, William Akufo-Addo, is notorious on the field of plagiarism.
Allow me to address issues. When your president, your Mahama, was on stage addressing someone,
the nation builder,
a president standing on stage, live on TV, speaking like this, is it fair? You see, don't go there. Let's come to plagiarizing issues and then creating fictitious figures for yourself. You see, all the things that you were saying and are Greek is false, and people around are laughing. Listen, You are a best friend. We are good. I don't want you to look like a laughing stock when it comes to addressing facts.
That disputes the facts.
Please. In our Greek, let me start from cocoa, and I'll punch there again. Cocoa farmers have been crying for some time now. But as Nanado took over, today cocoa farmers are smiling. Why are they smiling? Let me come there.
Well, we don't even have cocoa farms.
Why are they smiling?
This book here will be opening, sir.
Yes, that's where the facts are. I'm coming there. You see, today cocoa farmers are smiling because adjustments have been made.
Yes.
Today, my uncle at Bechem can sell a bag of cocoa and cater for a lot of things in his house. I gave you the indicators, but you are pushing that away because that is the fact.
Now do you know,
please,
during Mohammed's time,
when you are speaking,
I didn't talk. When you sell a bag of cocoa, what you get for you,
I didn't interject you when you were speaking. So please do me that favor, give me that
but
respect,
don't lie.
and let me talk. I said I'm giving you facts. So if you feel that what I'm saying is not true, go for fact check.
I will check you right here.
We are comparing scorecards. I said under Kufuor 2023 to 2024, cocoa prices per ton. It's $10,000. Under Mahama, it was $2,950 per ton. Today, at the world market, cocoa pricing $130,000 for 16 bags. Under Mahama, it was $11,550. We are comparing the scorecard. So today, Ekufuado.
And during Mohammed's time, what could you get from that?
Allow me to learn. When you were speaking, I respected you a lot. Though you were lying, you were throwing dust into public eye. I didn't talk. So allow me to flow.
Continue lying.
Me, Ghanaians, me paying you a farmer 2,070 Ghana cedis, okay, for a share bag of cocoa, and you giving them 475 Ghana cedis. Who should Ghanaians vote for? Today, we are talking about farming implementations, farming mechanizations. Today, we have the drip system.
So
we have the please. We are talking about the tractors, the rollers, and all the things that we use to develop our communities in terms of roads. People, communities that have deficits in road infrastructure. Nanado thought wise, a forward-thinking president who imported the drips. Today,
with the District Assembly Common Fund,
today is working, it's shaping roads. Baumia also looked at it and said, okay, then let me also look at the farmers. I'm bringing farming mechanizations, tractors, harvesters, and co. Aside that, I'm giving you subsidized and at a point free fertilizer and farm chemicalization so that farmers can use to boost crop production. This time around, Baumia is saying that, incoming President Baumia is saying that this time around, we are not going to do much of importation. We are going to do things locally here. We are going to produce things locally here and also push them out so that we can sustain our foreign exchange rate. Let me quickly come to our foreign exchange rates. I was talking about the macroeconomy that you didn't allow me to explain. That you didn't allow me to explain.
When you say that MPP was giving NDC was giving 400 and 2,000, and the difference is 1,005.
Please.
But now dollar is 4 cedis.
People will be watching you.
Dollar was 74 cedis and now 70 cedis. You think yours is better?
That is wrong. It's false. Listen, let's teach you. We are learning. In as much as we are having discussions, we are learning. I brought in the figures and you are pushing it out. I'm still hammering on that. Let's look at the economic indicators. Your time. The economy, NDC and Mahama. Your time in 2012. Each of the macroeconomic data in 2012.
Sally, agriculture.
Please, I'm coming there. I'm driving from a point.
Bread and butter. Let's talk about bread and butter.
I won't jump and then confuse Ghanaians or my listeners who are listening to facts. I won't jump there. I'm taking them through the process so that when we arrive, they will know what I'm saying. Please. So allow me. If you have rushed and disgrace yourself, you allow me to push the facts to them. At this point in 2012, it was 23. Yes, we faced some economic hitches and co, and then it went to 55. Today, from the IMF are saying that we are doing so much work because today it is hitting to 23 back. Baumia made it clear that by the close of the middle portion in next year, we'll be hitting a single-digit inflation, which is true. Yes. Why did the IMF refuse to grant you certain things? During President Akufo-Addo's era, IMF said that, yes, you can still be rolling out with PSHs. You can still continue with Agenda 111. Let me come to Agenda 111. someone who is building 111 hospitals against your 9.
Charlie,
your 9
we are talking about our Greek.
Who should we vote for?
Our Greek.
Please, you can't direct me where to go. I'm making a point. The point I'm making is that you, who is concentrate, who built only 9 chip compounds, and someone pushing 111 hospitals, who should they vote for?
True.
Agric, I'm done with you. Agric, I'm done.
You are done with Agric.
The farm
now let me tell you why you are not done with
and
Agric.
implementation machineries that Bawumia is bringing on board puts farmers to a satisfied mood that yes, this president has something in mind for us. This president has a future for us. Listen, farmers have already made their conclusion. They are going with incoming president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, who is number 1 on the ballot. Why? The free SHS students today, who benefited from the glory 10 years back, 8 years back, today are 18 years old. The ones that you deprived them of going to school, the one that Mahama stood on stage and told them that we are not giving any free SHS to any desperate politician who make political promises with it. Today, he has been a campaigner, a championer of free SHS. Today, their running mates, whoever she's called, is also claiming that free SHS.
That's very disrespectful. That's very respectful of you.
You even insulted a deceased person.
Arrogant Napo, we are not talking about
person, you even insulted her. How about me addressing a woman that I don't know her name? Today, Mahama is on stage rather campaigning for Basinteli. Mahama is on stage rather addressing issues concerning Akufo-Addo, forgetting that he's a candidate and contesting with Bawumia. Mahama, now on stage, campaigning for Basinteli. You met media. Look at the caliber of media personnel, TV3 and co, who came to meet incoming president Mahmoud Bawumia and had a very nice discourse, deliberations with him. The point I'm making is that a person who did only 4,000 kilometer road and a person who has done 250,000 kilometer road, who are you voting for? Today, a person who has added 250 megawatts of power to our original power supply, which was hovering around 170 megawatts. Today, who are you voting for? That is the question that we are pushing to Ghanaians. Bawumia said that when he comes, he's coming to give about 10,000 digitized jobs to the youth free Bontu. He's saying that persons with disability, he's coming to give you education free. Go to school for free. He is also making sure that in the public sector, you guys will be what? Employed, so that you can get something to do. These are the things that Bawumia is saying. Bawumia is saying that instead of getting a second-hand president, a president who was disqualified, who was ranked as 44%, who was booted out, and he doesn't want Ghanaians to set that record, come for a tear-rubber president, a president with solutions to problems, a president who identifies issues and solve them. It's not a president that Ghanaians have tested before. Who will go back for his ex? Who will vomit and lick it back? Bawumia is a tear-rubber president. Bawumia is pleading for your votes. Bawumia is coming with a new dimension. He has his new policies that he is bringing on board.
All right, so the problem we have here right now, it's about, if we are talking about agriculture or we are talking about just politics in general, but the point or the ball before us today is about agriculture. What your government have done about agriculture and what you intend to do when you are giving the nod. I don't see why my brother is roaming about saying a lot of things that are incoherent to the topic that we are looking at today. Anyway, that is how MPP operates. They don't speak to the issue. And for you, it will interest you to know that you are the first party in the history of Ghana that brought a policy and you are campaigning against the same policy in your government. The e-levy, cancelling betting tax, and many other things. But we will not talk about that.
When it comes to
the issue is that the NDC government coming in 2025.
So if you are revising a policy,
if you can revise a policy, I think you may want to do that now.
Yes,
you can do that. You can cancel the e-bet. The e-levy should be better now. I won't go down with you. The NDC is looking at a government. The NDC government is coming up. Listen to wisdom. The NDC government is coming up in 2025 with an export-led production in Ghana.
Why didn't you do it when you were in power? Someone who built.
Are you the one asking this question?
Yes.
When Bawumia say he's cancelling e-levy,
Bawumia is telling you.
but he said that if he cancel e-levy now, what will he cancel when he becomes president?
He's scrapping it out, and you are here complaining.
But
because you are telling us that you should bring that Mahama.
So I won't talk. All right. So the NDC government generally coming into 2025, we are looking much more of making Ghana a production-led country where we are supposed to, even during the manifesto launch, the flag bearer President, the nation builder John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder John Dramani Mahama mentioned clearly that we are building a country that production can be from there. Ghana government being the biggest exporter or being the biggest consumer would not go out there and go and buy anything from outside countries. If you are industry or you are a company outside, you have to come to Ghana and establish your.
Why didn't he do that?
My God. So at the end of the day, if you are an industry or you are a company that is outside Ghana and you want Ghana to buy from you, you need to come into Ghana, establish a company so that we can buy from you an industry in Ghana. That is what we are looking at. We are looking at a government that will bring about what? The fisheries and aquaculture. We are looking at the blue economy. We are looking at the blue economy. We are doing the red gold. When you look at, I'll tell you, it's to collaborate with the landing and beach committees. I'm telling you that we are enhancing aquaculture through improved fish genetics. And I'm telling you that, see, there are a lot of things that the NDC would want to do. We are looking at the red gold. That is the palm wine tree planting. We are looking at coconut tree planting. All these things help together to put the economy in check and what? Agriculture. So at the end of the day, the NDC as a government is looking forward to giving us a best government. You see, all the sectors and all the production sectors that have collapsed under the NPP, the NDC government is coming to revitalize all these companies. He is here, he can't even mention two of the country factories that they have produced. And I'm saying that the NDC is coming to put a stop to galamsey in Ghana. The galamsey that is operationalized from the office of the presidency. You see, even when farmers were able to import rice, Bawumia and his office members went to steal the rice at the port.